as we are recording this on Monday, they are currently in a long video conference of the kind that they like to do. Jules, ostensibly, they were waiting for a signal from the government. Boris Johnson, the prime minister in this country, gave a speech last night, which didn't have any specifics in it. The specifics will be released later today. I'm starting to wonder, though, they made a big deal about how they were kind of waiting for that speech to come out, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, if he was going to introduce more, like, bigger restrictions, it would have been a non-starter. Based on what he said, it shouldn't really influence one way or the other, the timetable, right?
No, you're right. And you do wonder when they were supposed to meet on Friday morning and they postponed that to Monday morning because they said, like, yeah, we have to meet up again once Boris Johnson has spoken. And, well, they must have all watched it, all the players as well, all the managers. We all did, and just nothing happened. Yeah, he said people who cannot work from home can go back to work, i.e.
Footballers can't work from home, right?
Well, so if you take that to the letter of the law, or letter of the word, whatever it's called, then yeah, I guess they can go back to work, which is training ground, training, playing, and all of that, because they can't do that in their own home. So maybe there was a little signal there, and maybe you're right. When the brief will be released later today, we will have a better idea of what that meant, and if that was targeted to football and other sports. But in terms of our Premier League clubs more advanced now to where they were on Friday, well, the answer is no.
No, and look, we don't need to go into this. We've covered this. We've done this to death. But the main issues to be resolved remain the medical protocol, and I'll get into that because I think it's a bit of a Europe-wide issue. The business with playing in neutral venues and clubs being opposed. Watford coming out. Supposedly there are 6 clubs who are opposed, which is why the vote will be delayed, or it sounds as if, as we say this, they tape it, maybe they'll all agree all of a sudden and vote today, so it looks stupid. But as of Monday morning, it looks almost definite the vote's going to be postponed, possibly to May 18th. There's other issues to do with insurance and liability. I think the key thing, Jules, is that they keep working at this. Yeah. There's no escaping the fact that I really feel like they've all come to this late, but it's not too late to get things going. But the June 12th start date seems like utopia right now, right?
Yeah, and we've said it, to be fair, and it's not for us to get any credit, but we've said from the beginning that was always very ambitious. June the 12th, early June, those ideas. Of course, we want football to come back in the Premier League and in England and all of that. But this is, with all the things that they still have to sort out, they still have to resolve all those questions with no answers right now. June the 12th looks very, very early, I think. And there's another thing that I find really interesting, and maybe I put too much into the players. And we've said many times the players is still the Premier League's assets, and they're the main people really here, and they haven't been asked anything yet. They haven't been consulted, nothing. But in Germany this week, Neven Subotic also said, players would have liked to be asked and to be consulted and to be part of the whole conversation, and they were not. And the Bundesliga is about to start in a week, so maybe players in the Premier League won't be asked anything, and they will have to go back. And if they don't want, then they don't have to.
It seems absolutely bad that we're talking about football, which is paid by players, and it's been halted for a medical reason. And until a couple of weeks ago, they didn't bother talking to club doctors and to players. Well, that's a whole other issue. Look, I think there's going to be, afterwards, there will hopefully be an inquest about how they could have screwed the pooch so badly. Yeah. Right now, all we're hoping, at least for me, I'm just rooting for them. I want them to come back. I want them to go and figure something out, as long, obviously, as it's safe. Now, one big sticking...
Just one thing. Yeah. What would you make of those reports this weekend about a mini transfer window for players out of contract on June the 30th and this and that? Do you think this is realistic and can it work? Or again, it's another crazy idea that someone put up there because they still haven't thought properly about that 30 June deadline?
So can you explain them? Because I've seen different versions of this, and I'll tell you why I think it's all nonsense. But they're talking about, well, players' contracts expire on June 30th. Some guys who are on loan go back. Some people go out of contract. So the idea is that these guys could move to other teams. Certainly that would go against the FIFA guidelines. The FIFA guidelines that they issued have been, guys, you can extend it if you reach an agreement. subject to national law. I mean, if you want to talk about undermining the integrity of a league and just screwing yourself even more, yeah, introduce a 24-hour transfer window. June 30th.
Possible.
Yeah, June 30th, Dean Henderson plays for Sheffield United, and then the week after that, he goes and he plays for Manchester United. That's absolutely, absolutely demented. And you know what? Like I said, there's a transfer window and there's a registration window. If you signed for another club from July 1st, that's fine. Then you get paid by the other club. It doesn't mean you can go and actually play for them. I'm just going to assume, I've been proved wrong in the past, that sanity prevails here, because that is one of the absolute dumbest, most ass-backwards things that I have heard.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.